Hi there, and welcome to this episode of Consciousness Fucking Empowerment. Here we talk about consciousness, the law of attraction, and how to reach your fucking dreams. All right. This is going to be a review on The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. Power of Awareness, Chapter 9, Preparing Your Place. So preparing your place is about one, assuming the wish fulfilled, working with your imagination, right? And feeling, all right, staying still. This is something that's been coming to me, resonating with me, is standing still, all right? Standing fucking still. I'm gonna put it with the pen and underline it because it's so fucking important. Fuck it, can't find it. All right, before we move forward, I want to say thank you for being here. Those of you who are new, welcome. All right. And before we move forward, I want two things for you to ask yourself, right? Am I ready to be the best fucking version of myself, the highest version of myself? If you're not ready, you still have some limiting beliefs in here stopping you, don't watch this. Turn it off, go watch something else. Second is, are you ready to learn and apply? Okay? Are you ready to learn and apply and be my student? If you're not ready to learn and have an open mind and to apply this shit, don't fucking watch this. Turn this off, go do something else. All right, now that you made those choices yourself, let's get started. All right. And I'll be sharing some of my stories throughout this because everything started just clicking like bam, bam, bam. Like it's like precognition, kind of like coming up with a certain idea in my mind, like of a story, and then Neville talks about like certain ways your stories will manifest physically, right? Because you're telling yourself a story when you're imagining and you're living that story. Then at that moment. All right. I'm going to share a quote that he shares from Revelation. Okay. I don't like Revelation. And the author of Power versus Force, I think David R. Hawkins, he says it's a low vibration. But hey, maybe this is a good quote, right? That's why I never put it here. Thrust in thy thickle. Thrust in thy thickle and reap. For the time is come for thee to reap. For the harvest of the earth is ripe. Ripe. All is yours. Do not go seeking for that which you are. Appropriate it. Claim it. Assume it. Okay, that's Neville Goddard. And here Neville Goddard says, everything depends on your concept of yourself. That which you do not claim as true of yourself cannot be realized by you. So as I was doing my chakra activation meditation, today the message from God was, you are everything that comes after I am. That is the message for today, okay? Now, here's something more, all right? Quote, whatever you may think of the question of free will, The truth is, your experiences throughout your life are determined by your assumptions, whether conscious or unconscious. 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 All right. An assumption builds a bridge of incidents that lead inevitably to the fulfillment of itself. So when I read this earlier, I remembered that the bridge of incidences, the things that happen are kind of like a little miraculous in a way because you don't really think about it. It just happens. Everything that happens in your life is an assumption that you've made, whether you know it or not. Like sales, I like sales. I visualize completing a sale, and 'cause I've done it so much, I kind of run on autopilot. But I get a call from somebody. The thing is letting go, just not be like anxious. Letting go is just being in a good fucking mood and not being negative, right? And not wanting it, because wanting it is lack. You're not in the vibration of having it. And so I see it in my mind before I pick up a call. I see the sale done, right? Whatever it may be, you could see somebody congratulating you or you telling somebody about it, seeing an email. The end, something that already announces that it's the end, right? Or telling somebody that you have it, right? Because you already have it. So you imagine that, and a call comes in, somebody has, an issue that you can help them with, and then for me, at the sales place I work at, we help people with tax debt relief. So I say, okay, yeah, I can help you out, or you know what, you don't have that much debt. This isn't gonna be worth it for you, or we can't help you out, honestly, because you have property tax debt, and we don't do property tax debt. But that's just talking about integrity right there. For some reason, I put that in there. Integrity, just being a good person. And I would get somebody on the phone, and then they'll be like, yes, I heard about you guys. I want to get this done. Okay, boom, blah, 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 blah. Sign them up. It's going to be $500. Okay, what's your card? Blah, 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 blah. By surprise? No. But those are the bridge of incidences. Even those that didn't pan out got you there too, because if you would have got one on the phone that wasn't the one that was going to get you the sale, you would have missed the one that needed the help, and it was smooth, right? It was a smooth call because they really needed it. They heard about us. Everything is perfect, right? And they like you, they resonate with you, versus you being with somebody else that is not resonating with you, right? And you're like forcing things, and you're negative, and you're like, this person is so, like not wanting to get the help. You get my drift? So that's an example of the bridge of incidences. Another one for my abs and my low body fat. I was visualizing me having abs, and then the other day I woke up and I was just jacked. I'm like, man, I have abs, I have muscles. I'm like, wow. And I was like, wow, it makes sense. It was supposed to happen. I'm like, how did this change? I'm like, well, you stop eating carbohydrates when you don't need them, right? You started raising your fat. And so because my body doesn't have sugar and carbohydrates, it uses the fat to use energy. So it uses up my fat. It doesn't turn the fat into carbohydrates. It has a process where it uses fat for energy. So I'm using up the fat, all right? And I have a high protein intake, so my body's not deficient in protein. It's just deficient in carbohydrates. So I'm like, and I learned that from some guy on Instagram. I'm an older dude, he talked about, like eating healthy and eating good. Think about eating real food. Not only that it's the right thing to do, because, there's no Coca-Cola in nature, and there's no power bars and whey proteins in nature. is that it keeps you satiated and it keeps you happy. When you take in protein, if your body feels odd, it starts getting bubble guts. Like, it's weird, man. It's weird. So just listen to your body. So those are some of the bridge of incidences that happened to me. But and I had to reflected on it. I'm like, how did all that happen? I'm like, now I have I'm jacked. I have abs. I don't have to go through like a rigorous diet. I'm like, how did this happen? I'm like, oh, okay. And then all the bridge of incidences just came to be. All right. Next quote. Your assumption places you psychologically where you are not physically. Then your senses pull you back from where you were psychologically to where you are physically. I'm gonna repeat that again. I know it's kind of a mouthful. Your assumption places you psychologically where you are not physically, okay? Then your senses pull you back to where you were psychologically to where you are physically. All right. So when you're using your imagination and assuming the wish fulfilled, what you are doing is you are going in mind to the place of where your wish is fulfilled, and you're there. Then when you get back to the senses, you bring yourself psychologically back to where you were physically. Okay? That's how it works. It is these psychological forward motions that produce your physical forward motions in time. Precognition permeates all the scriptures of the world. Like I mentioned earlier, everything's like precognition. Is like what happened to me was precognition reading this stuff, because it was all clicking, click, 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 click. But in your life, it's precognition when you visualize where you want to be and you're there. You're feeling it to be true as nature. Okay? Feeling it to be true as real as nature, okay? In your imagination. And when you come back to your senses, the sight, feeling, and everything, your body physically, then you're back psychologically to the senses, to the physical. But what you're visualizing is what's going to push you physically forward through the motions in time and space. And in the scriptures, it talks about all this. It talks about this all the time about, having faith, being, wishing and praying, and then you receiving it if you have faith. It's all over especially the New Testament, okay? The New Testament, because I read the entire Testament, the New Testament, and then a little bit again, and I still read it back and forth, reading these quotes and things like that. So I understand what Neville Goddard is talking about, for sure. Here's a quote we're going to digest real quick, all right? In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. And now I have told you before it came to pass, that when it is come to pass, ye might believe. John 14, 2, 3, 29. The I in this quotation is your imagination, which goes into the future into one of the many mansions. Mansion is the state desired. Telling of an event before it occurs physically is simply feeling yourself in that state desired until it has the tone of reality. All right. So the mansion is your state. The feeling is you telling yourself that what's going to come to pass. You're feeling. That's why it's so important to be in a high vibration. Okay. High vibration, being in a positive mood, being in a good fucking mood. That's all it means. Right? Now, quote, you go and prepare a place for yourself by imagining yourself into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. You bring it all together. That's being prepared. You go and prepare a place for yourself. Okay. By imagining and feeling your wish fulfilled. Then you speed from this state of the wish fulfilled where you have not been physically back to where you were physically a moment ago. Okay? Then you speed from this state of the wish fulfilled where you have not been physically back to where you were physically a moment ago. Then, within a resistible forward movement, you move forward across a series of events to the physical realization of your wish. That where you have been in imagination, there you will be in the flesh also. Unto the place where hence the rivers come, thither they return again. Yeah, he wrote a little kind of poetic thing at the end. So that is a chapter. Preparing your place. Preparing your place is about imagination. Okay. And then feeling it. That's where you're preparing yourself to go physically. That's where your physical body is going to move to. All right. And then when you reach your place, your destination, you're going to be like, oh, what? How did this happen? Then you're going to, when you ask yourself that, you're going to see the bridge of incidences. Okay. You're going to see the bridge of incidences. Just be in a positive vibration. All right. And then there's somewhere here where it says you have to be still. Oh, yeah. I didn't highlight it. That's why I didn't share it. But I'm going to end it here. Okay. Quote. He quotes the Bible. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. Be still and know that you are that which you desire to be. And you will never have to search for it. Oh, so fucking powerful. Oh, that kind of turns me on a little bit. No, but actually, I said that because I was thinking about this girl who I saw on YouTube, and she gives a little meditation practice. I'm gonna put her video below. You should follow her. She's beautiful, she's gorgeous, and she teaches the laws. So I would definitely love to do a video with her, talking about the law of attraction and be more than just friends. Do more than just a video. But I digress. She tells us after the meditation practice, she says, all right, now just stay still and feel that feeling. Just stay still and feel the feeling. Now, what is that? She says, feel the relief, right? And like most of the time, like I mentioned in these videos, you feel relief. Like, how would I feel? Okay, how would I feel were my wish realized? After seeing something in your mind, I'm relieved. I'm relieved. He says that you should feel relief. That of course it's yours. Of course I have it. It is mine. You understand these laws. So I'm going to link her video below that I watched yesterday. I watched it during my lunch. And yeah, give her a follow. All right, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below if there's something that you want a little bit more details on or more explanation on. Let me know what you've manifested. I'm sure some of you already manifested some small or big things, okay? It doesn't matter. Your mind can manifest anything. Anything. There is no limit. That's why I wanted just a circle. A circle, there's no end to it. I just did that subconsciously. Okay. So if this has impacted you, resonated with you, this video, or if you know somebody who spoke about some of these topics, whether be it about the Bible, about sitting still and feeling the feeling, after you visualize, just sit in the feeling, all right? Or about health, like I mentioned about, physique, share it with them. Share it with them, all right? I love you. Until next time, peace.